What's happening, guys? We are back and we have our fifth most powerful spirit attack nuker on my account in Raid Shadow Legends. I'm daithiraids and this is Yannica. We have clicked the magic equip button there, so we have her loaded out. We have her in 5-star crushing rend with 6-piece, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, 6-piece Merciless, 1 piece of Slayer for the bit of crit rate, and attack cruelty, or cruel rather, attack 15% and another 5% of ignore enemy defense, as well as all the bits and pieces from Merciless here. So let's get to it. Nothing to it but to do it into Dragon 20 to start off. I don't know why I said that like a question, guys. It's me that's driving. I'm sure that inspires confidence in my direction here. So let's get to it. We had Anax as our last one. That was pretty good. I'm looking forward to Yannica because she's another champion I have never used. She was naked as the day she was born, right up until I clicked that moment. You've seen it live on video. She had never had a piece of equipment on her at all. So we have all 3 of our moves are nukes, but it is her A1 that's given us the most damage, and that is, yeah, significantly higher than the A3. So actually I'll show you this. If you can see it there, guys, it's probably changed the formatting a bit too much. Yeah, the website doesn't like being changed. So yeah, the A1, 129k damage. It's giving me today on the optimizer. When I ran all these the other day, it wasn't quite giving her that high. But that's the big one, whereas the A3 is much lesser. So we have it at 1x speed. 168 we seen from the AoE there. Now, don't forget, I will roll this back and get the exact numbers as well. But I don't think that's going to be our highest hitting one anyway. So I wouldn't worry about it. As always, Horden is going to get the slap. Now, remember, guys, we do not play into any champion's abilities. It is a single hit from a single skill. We don't set them up with their various different things. So I think the A1 has... Yeah, no, it'll be fine. It won't actually make any difference. So the A2 we have now, let's go 1x speed. That was a weak hit, that's no good, but we did get an extra turn, so we can use the A1. 86 and a weak hit, damn it. Let's try that again. This is the problem with affinities. Back when I started all the testing, I should have went for a void level. And that would have made everything even all the way around. 281, 566. I think that's going to be our biggest. But let's... 281, 566. So that's not a bad entry, but we will try the A1. Let's hit... Oh, she was under veiled, so she got the AoE. Does that change her multiplier, though? It does. It lowers her multiplier. Yeah, end the battle. So her multiplier goes from a 1.9 to a 1.5 when she is getting the AoE. So I'm not sure why. I think, guys, we found another error in the optimizer outputs. So it looks like Yannica's output is... Right. Okay, here we are. School time again, right? So we have a 2-hitter. So let's say 1.9 is when it's hitting one person on it 2 times. So that's a 3.8 multiplier, okay? Then we have baffling speed, which is a single hitter, and a 6.3 attack multiplier, okay? The problem is with the multipliers that have two differentiators, what do you think has happened? Once more, it's added the two multipliers and put them into each hit. So instead of a 2-time hitter on the A1, it's going 2 times 1.9, 2 times 1.5 together. So it's given us a multiplier of 6.8, which is why the A1 is showing as the stronger attack. It is not, it won't be, so there's no point in testing it, but we will give the A2 another try. See, it doesn't matter, it's a weak hit. And just to prove a point, here we go again. There we go, look. It is nowhere near as strong. It is less than half as strong, even though on the optimizer it's showing as way stronger. The same happened with Carnage. The output was incorrect. The same happened with Oboro, for the same reason with Oboro, because there is multiple multipliers that can change. And the same happened with somebody in Force Affinity, maybe Maranax, because depending on what the enemy has, the multiplier can change, or the move can change. So when they're conditional like that, there seems to be a glitch that it's adding the multipliers together instead of splitting them up. Now we will go with the A2 here. Like the second multiplier should only come into it if I put in the optimizer that she's under veil. Now, so let's try the A2 here. 257989. So it's good to know, it is good to know these things, and I know it might feel bad, but let's see what we got here. Okay, so the A2 is clearly the better nuker there. So let's move right along. You can all sing along at the sound of the gong. Once upon a time, about a week ago, all of a sudden trouble started to flow. Does anybody remember The Simpsons, or Bart Simpson in particular, had a rap album out? That was those lines were from Deep, Deep Trouble. And I'm going way back to my childhood there. I'm going back to the age of 5. Wow. The things that me randomly saying sentences while I'm on here that get dredged up from my memory into rhyme are pretty insane. And I'm sure you guys are like, what the hell? Yeah, but that was Deep, Deep Trouble by the Bartman. Look it up. It was pretty cool at the time. So we're going with the A2 again. I'm hoping this is going to be a pretty good nuke here. She is in 5-star crushing round, so 5-star blessing. That alone against this guy is going to pump up her damage. Never mind the fact that it's crushing round. So here we are. Oh, it's a weak hit. I talked it up. I thought let's do the A1 just for 89, 88, 93. Okay. I talked it up so much and then it was a wet noodle. Yeah, still only 223, 894, but we'll replay that. I want to see the A2, obviously, is the one that we're looking for here. So let's get testing that. Is there, guys, what phrases for you just immediately make you think of a song? 313375. Okay, I think that's her number. Excelente. And she'd get to go again there, which is pretty cool. But that doesn't count. So we have stated that in previous things, because Whisper would just run away with everything with her extra turns if she was allowed just go continuously. But here is a place where extra turns do count. No, where are we? There we are. We'll remove Malekith. Malekith? I don't know. I always get them mixed up with the Black Blade from Elden Ring. Now, what do I want to set here in her presets? The boss doesn't get a shield ever. And okay, so the A3 does have a better multiplier than the A1 when the optimizer is working correctly. So we want to prioritize this and leave everything else open. Or well, actually we'll put that as 2, I suppose. Makes sense. Other than that, we're good to go. My only worry here, take off quick battle. We've been burned before. So my only worry here is extra turn mechanics can mess with her buffs. So that's the only problem that we have. Now we do have a lot of extenders here. She already has her perfect veil on. 59, 69. That's not going to be great for her. 69, 63. See, some of the more utility-based champs, even though they're attack champs, are doing better on this. 226, 958, and actually, so there's nearly getting up towards 400 to 1,000 in that because of the extra turn. She does well there. Now, see, so she's outrun her buffs there, which is one of the reasons as well that we're only doing boss turn count 10, and we're not doing a full run. We just take the score at 10 to see how it looks then. And it's just dropped into this team, so it's not necessarily the best team or anything like that, but it is most of the team that I use. I believe your clan boss team should be minimum effort. So I don't really use, like, all of these guys are in builds that they use elsewhere. They're not built for clan boss, and just because Master Roshi or whatever his name is on the team there, and they're all extenders, he's able to do very well. So not a great showing here from Yannica, and we'll call it a day. We call it a day at turn count 10 once Yannica takes her next turn. So turn count 10, Yannica's next turn. 5733782. Wow, okay. Okay, so yeah, that's that. We will, yeah, let's bring this up. I don't want to click end battle because I'm not using that key, so we have to close this then. So how does that look for Yannica? We'll load up raid again. How does this look for Yannica? We'll go over her stats now in a second too. 281, 566 on Dragon 20. That is competitive. It puts her in 3rd place so far, behind Annex. Wow, stronger than Phoenix. Actually, not stronger than Phoenix. The reason she's stronger than Phoenix there is because his is a double hitter. So he done that damage on a single hit and killed the enemy. So his second hit never procced. So That's why Dragon 20 can be a bit of a handicap to strong multi-hitters as well. I've said it before, I will say it again. I'm sorry. Yannica then on Dragon Hard 10, 257989. Okay, she falls off quite a bit here against the higher levels, even though she has Crushing Rend, and even though that is a very strong multiplier at 6.3% attack. Sorry, 6.3 multiplier on attack. Wow, that falls off quite a bit. Yeah, Mezamel, it's right. There's no ignore defense in there, and these are both multi-hitters as well. So that may be the difference. Yeah, but she falls off quite a bit. So she comes down to 4th of our 6 so far. Then Shogun, she does a better showing, falling behind only Mezamel and Phoenix. So that's very good. And then Clan Boss, is she bottom of the pile? She is, guys. Wow. She's bottom of the pile on Clan Boss. That's surprising now. Yeah, because I thought Varl only has a 2-star blessing. So that's why he's so far behind on Shogun and that. And the same with... No, Ruella has higher. That's very surprising. Very, very surprising. Shows she's overall the lowest score so far. Despite doing better in some areas, she's the lowest score overall. And that's because Clan Boss does have a very heavy weighting. But that's just the way the test is on. And that's why I look at each area individually before we look at the total. So that's Yannica, guys. Let's have a look at her stats, because we did look at the build, but we didn't look at the stats. And that was my bad. We have, as always, built her for 200 speed. That's the only thing we put in the optimizer, and then built for damage on the highest thing. 7,269 attack, which actually seems quite low comparatively to some of the others. And crit damage actually is very... I think that may be the highest crit damage I've seen, at 359% crit damage, which is super. Res and accuracy don't matter, defense and HP don't matter. But that is Yannica's build. Let me know what you think, guys. I know obviously different champions specialize in different areas, and if we had that A3 ripping off shields and getting bonuses and all that kind of thing, it would change things significantly. But the tests are what the tests are. So that's Yannica. That's been daithiraids. This has been a Raid Shadow Legends video, and that's been our number 5, our 5th most powerful void, I was about to say, Spirit Nuker, Spirit Attack Nuker even. And she's actually our number 10. She's the bottom of the pile. Maybe even below that. Who knows? Anyway, we have coming up next... We have our... Oh, the font has changed. We have Fane. I'm really looking forward to Fane. And you'll see why in the next video. Tune in, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.